Jim Grieshaber, Frankie Saenz, UFC star, back here in Chicago, Illinois for the Elite Amateur Fight League Season 3 National Championship between the Illinois Inferno and the Arizona Apollos.
Tarik Estrada, the first to make the walk for the Illinois Inferno tonight. He'll open things up against Alim Muhammed of Team Arizona. Tarik Estrada, first one coming down that walkway toward the cage tonight. Frankie, the first matchup of the night at featherweight. Very excited to see Tarik get in that cage. He's 3-0 and outstanding young fighter.
I think what Tarik Estrada does, he just stays active. You know, he's always doing jiu-jitsu tournaments. He's done a couple of Muay Thai fights. You know, he has a wrestling background. He fights MMA. He's active. He's always training. It'll be an exciting matchup with him and Alim, both coming from that wrestling background, both explosive fighters.
Tarik Estrada, again, we mentioned 3-0. Was on a show earlier this year. Illinois versus Indiana in December. Did not fight for Team Illinois. He's making his debut in the Elite Amateur Fight League here now. He's a freestyle fighter. Started training at 23. His first fight was at 25. Always loved martial arts. Really wants to win and says he'll do it any way that he can. Born and raised right here in Chi-Town, Irving Park. He wanted us to send a shout out.
Let's take a look at the El Nacimiento tail of the tape. El Nacimiento, only the finest.
His opponents in the misprint blue corner, representing the Arizona Apollos, Alim Muhammed.
His opponent for Arizona, making his debut in the EAFL as well, is Alim Muhammed. What a story for Muhammed, Frankie, as we take a peek at him there from Chicago. Until he was a teenager, he lived right here in the Windy City. Then he moved to Big Rapids, Michigan. Now has been in Phoenix for a year and a half. He's got a 5-2 record, but how about that? He said he feels like he's almost fighting for both teams tonight, but he's from originally Chicago, fighting in his home city for Arizona, which is pretty cool for him.
Hey, you know, with that same wrestler background, you know, it's got to be kind of good though, getting those butterflies coming back home. You want to represent, you want to make sure like the guys back home know what you're doing back in Arizona. You know, when you have admirations of becoming something great, and you move and you change, you know, you change scenery, you go to try to make yourself better, you know, try to improve your life. Sometimes it's kind of hard, it's humbling to come back home and fight in front of all these fans, because really they want to see what you've been up to. I'm sure you've been talking, they've been seeing it on social media, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what you're up to. You know, now's a good time to display all that hard work and, you know, put on a show for your family and your friends.
Absolutely. Unbelievable opportunity for Alim Muhammed, for Tarik Estrada. Illinois and Arizona, the Inferno and the Apollos, the national championship about to get underway.
Let's send it up to our ring announcer, Raj Nathan.
First, in Air Force One, red corner. He comes into this bout with a perfect 3-0 record. He is 6 foot 1 inches tall, weighing in at 146.2 pounds. From Chicago, Illinois, fighting out of Foundation MMA, representing the Illinois Inferno, Tarik Estrada. His opponents in the misprint blue corner, coming in with a 5-2 record. He is 5 foot 11 inches tall, weighing in at 145.6 pounds. From Phoenix, Arizona, representing the Arizona Apollos, Alim Muhammed.
So we start off with the featherweight title fight between Tarik Estrada of Illinois and Alim Muhammed of Arizona. Jim Grieshaber, UFC bantamweight Frankie Saenz. These two teams about to get it on for the national championship, team versus team, state versus state. Frankie, our first fight of the night. What an opportunity for these young fighters here on this stage this evening.
Ooh, Tarik didn't want to touch him up.
Illinois in the red, fighter skin tights tonight, and Arizona in those black and gold and orange. Just shooting right in for the takedown is Alim Muhammed, a wrestler all throughout high school, started boxing right after high school. His brother Shaquille is in his corner. He's going to be fighting soon as well. But Alim in the cage tonight. Again, from Chicago, lived in Michigan, a year and a half now in Phoenix, and representing Team Arizona on the national stage with a chance to get something done here in the early stages of this fight against Estrada, gaining top position very early on.
Yeah, and that's what Alim does, man. He has that good double leg, very explosive, and, you know, put Tarik up against the fence and slowly just finish that takedown. Good transitions, though, on top. I know Tarik does a lot of jiu-jitsu competitively, you know, so you got to watch out. He's kind of throwing up a couple submissions, you know, a little bit of a threat, but Muhammed looks to just stay active and confident on top.
Estrada representing Foundation Chicago Gym and Fight Team. Elias Cepeda, his head coach, Pedro Gutierrez in his corner. Said he fell in love with wrestling in high school, just like he did with MMA when he started, a 3-year wrestler. Both these guys wrestlers. Said he's an adrenaline junkie, Frankie, and he's always trying to find a way to scratch that itch, speaking of Tarik Estrada. Meanwhile, for Alim Muhammed, had the top position and a little bit of control early on in this fight. Very quick as a boxer, but the one thing his brother Shaquille told me, he said, make sure, if nothing else about my brother, you know this, you're not going to find anybody with more heart and more determination. So we'll see as this fight moves on what he was talking about. And again, determination, relentless with the takedown.
And again, with that second double leg, you know, he follows with that 1-2, goes in nice and smooth, you know, not a step miss. There's no hesitation in there. You know, went in for that solid double leg takedown, and that's 2 takedowns scored already here in this first round. Good control, side mounted position, you know, doing everything right on top. Has the right pressure, giving him the hips, you know, is getting underhook in the head. Ooh, and there we go, nice escape by Tarik just to get back up to his feet.
Yeah, looking for a takedown of his own now. On that single leg.
On that single, ooh, nice
around to take his back.
Single leg to a double, right to take his back.
That was sweet by Estrada. And right now, Muhammad doesn't really know what happened in there.
Estrada's got that one hook in, but he's a little low. Yep. He's got to get back up to his knee and kind of get that high ground.
And he doesn't have time to do it with less than 10 seconds remaining in the round. This one's just going to come to a close with a little tumbling on the mat between Tarik Estrada and Alim Muhammed. A couple double legs in round number 1 for Arizona's Muhammad in this featherweight title matchup.
You know, nice 2 double legs there by Muhammed. But Tarik, you know, is getting right back up to his feet. I mean, he's held a position for a little while. Muhammed on the bottom with some nice transitions, a couple good strikes up top. But Tarik found a way to get back up to his feet, finished with a takedown and a back take. You know, so you kind of wonder, like, okay, we got 2 takedowns over here by Muhammed, good control on top, but we got escapes from Tarik, and now at the end you get a back take, a reversal, a takedown, and a back take. You know, how do the judges score that? They scoring the 2 takedowns, or they scoring the takedown and the back take?
We'll be right back with round number 2 after the break.
Every great night deserves a great tequila, and there is no better tequila than El Nacimiento. From our clear and smooth award-winning Tequila Blanco to our Reposado, aged in American oak barrels for a unique flavor. And for those who enjoy only the finest, our Añejo is the pride of our master tequilero. Your night deserves the best. Never settle. Ask for El Nacimiento Tequila, only the finest.
Jim Grieshaber along with UFC bantamweight Frankie Saenz, our 3rd season working together, Frankie, and 2 new teams in the final. It was Southern California and Indiana. A couple of years ago, the California Krakens, coached by Sam Alvey, won it in South Bend, Indiana. Last year, it was Jackson Wink and New Mexico in San Diego, California, over Team Alpha Male in Northern California. Tonight, it's the Illinois Inferno and the Arizona Apollos from Chi-Town. First weekend of summer after they've had winter for so long here. Really cold winter in Chicago, as if there's any other kind. Muhammad gets stung twice by Estrada. Saw that head pop back, and he went back into the cage. Now he's working quickly on a single leg and dumps him down. Very quick recovery and takedown for Muhammad, and a very impressive performance by him to overcome those 2 shots and get the takedown.
Yeah, and I think that was a, you know, very defensive takedown. You know, he kind of got caught early. Tarik's not afraid to throw those hands. You know, like you said, if you're well-rounded and you're competing in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu and all these things, there's always a way out. Nice full mount by Muhammad. Landed, ooh, raining down some heavy punches on Tarik. Ooh, he's got the neck right there. He's Got the neck. Not sure he has the angle to finish that choke, but
close if he could have turned him a little bit more and pinned him flat on the mat.
But that was a good job by Tarik just feeling that. You know, you went right over the neck. You know, you can't let him on your back. So you kind of give that position to go right back to your back.
Not allowing him to posture up and look for some combinations of ground and pound.
Yeah, Tarik's doing the right thing right here by posting on that hip, really looking for that hand control to kind of, you know, try to transition to either an arm bar, a triangle. You know, right here he's coming for the omoplata.
And he's
coming up to his back. I mean, he's in this good omoplata position. There you go. Nice job of Muhammad, just posturing up, getting high, and not letting Tarik take advantage of that position. But he's still got it right here.
Tarik has a whole section here. He works produce and receiving at Whole Foods in Edgewater, Chicago. Got a whole bunch of his people here tonight. He just keeps falling in love with martial arts, wants to hit 10 amateur fights before he thinks about turning pro. He's 3-0 before this one, and a good job by Muhammad to keep him down.
Yeah, nice job, Muhammad, just locking those hands. Usually, you know, when you talk about it in practice, as soon as those hands get locked, you're getting taken down, you're going for a ride. You know, so it's important if you're the, triangle attempt thrown up by Tarik.
Needs a couple shots for his trouble. Now posturing up a little bit is Muhammad, but he's got that triangle.
Muhammad's in trouble right here.
Big time trouble.
And this is a tight position. What Tarik's got to do is he's got to get perpendicular, maybe hook that leg over here on the other side. Muhammad's left leg. He's got to, maybe he can use the fence to kind of push off.
He doesn't have a lot of time left. He tapped. Muhammad tapped. That's it. That's it. Your winner by submission is Tarik Estrada.
You know, that's why you stay active. You know, that's why you keep doing things. You enter these jiu-jitsu tournaments, you know, you're well-rounded. You got to make sure you're the most well-rounded fighter, because every once in a while, if you're that wrestler, what happens? You get put on your back. You know, you got to be able to move. You got to be able to get up. You're going to get up. He got up a couple times in that first round. Second round, he's going for submissions.
Tarik Estrada putting Illinois on the board with a submission victory over Alim Muhammed. Second round, we'll get the official time in a minute. Good show of sportsmanship there.
Impressive, though, by Tarik Estrada, just the competitor he is. You know, going forward, not afraid to throw punches, not afraid to get taken down. I think the big thing for wrestlers is, like, they don't want to get taken down. Tarik's got no fear of being on his back.
Let's go to the cage for the official decision with Raj.
Your winner in the second round with a triangle submission tap out at 2 minutes, 30.57 seconds with the Illinois Inferno, Tarik Estrada!
All right, so a great job by Tarik Estrada to get the victory over Alim Muhammed. Season 3, the Elite Amateur Fight League National Championship tonight from Chicago. Jim Grieshaber, Frankie Saenz, back after these words.
MMA's national platform has arrived, folks, and it is the Elite Amateur Fight League.